How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Transport Fever 2. I certainly hope you're having a good one because I am excited to be back. Things are going pretty well here at the old transport company. Absolutely cannot complain. We're approaching $8 million. And I've had a bit of an idea. I want to move forward. I feel like for the last maybe a couple of episodes, we've been focusing a lot on what's going on around leak. And that's good. Don't get me wrong, because the tools delivery line is making more money than Sandy meat production. So we have some good things happening. It's not a bad thing that we're focusing around this area. And so much so that I've gone ahead and brought more vehicles in here. I have doubled the number of vehicles that are picking up steel and taking it to tools production because all of this is making us so much money. It's great, but I want more. And I'm thinking that, like I said, I want to move forward. There are a lot of towns that want fuel. And I keep sort of toying with the idea of starting up some fuel production. And then I think, well, how are we going to do it? You know, how are we going to get fuel from one place to another? A lot of these towns are really far apart. And then I noticed something, and you might spot it too. We have crude oil right here. We have oil processing here. We have fuel production here, and we have a cargo train station right here. Now, Morton Hampstead doesn't want fuel, and that's okay. South Shields doesn't either. Ashton doesn't either. None of these towns down this way actually want fuel. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. Yate does, and that's okay. We might do something with that. But a town that does want fuel is Stow-in-the-Wold. So we could start bringing fuel up that way. We could have it as a drop-off. Bradford also wants fuel. So we have some options. And it got me thinking, why don't we, instead of trying to figure out where it's going to come from, just say that fuel production is going to go from Morton Hampstead? Now, obviously, we're going to need to set this up in a way that's nicely managed. We're going to need a lot of fuel production, but I think that's okay. I think that's something we can manage. So let's just go ahead and do it. Let's just go ahead and get, you know, a nice little road that comes off of about there. And we'll do a nice little road that comes off of, say, here. And those two will be connected together. We can maybe do the same here, sort of going that way. And that's going to just connect over here somewhere. So we'll say about there. And basically what we can do is just grab the curve tool and do that right there. It's, you know, it's $300 and something thousand, but at the minute we can afford that. So we're just going to do it. And on this side, same thing, just something like that. It's 299,000. That's fine. So we have this really nice straight shot road going here. And something I noticed was that for every 2 barrels of crude oil that gets produced, we get 1 barrel of oil. And then for every 1 barrel of oil, we get 1 barrel of fuel. So what we're going to need to do is set up double the rate of crude oil compared to the rate of fuel, I think. I might be wrong in that, but that's what I'm thinking. So essentially, what we're going to go ahead and do is get this going. So we're going to get a single platform. It can be on the right. It can be on the left, I guess. It doesn't really matter what side it's on, but this way I can nicely expand it back a little bit. And we're going to say it's going to be right about, let's just turn you slightly. Right about there is probably fine. Gives us a nice little angle to work with, so that works out. Coming down here, I'm thinking we're going to go for, we're actually going to have 2 different lines coming in here. So we'll go ahead and put it right at the end of the road, similar to what we've done with the steel production up by Leak. So this guy is going to live right about there. And then that's going to come out. It's going to come down here. And I'm debating whether or not we do a single line that brings oil from here and then fuel from here to the station and then back. I don't think we need to do that. I think we can just do several lines. So we'll do this guy here. I'm not 100. Well, We could make this a shorter line. I'm just going to do it here, though. I think here's fine. So we'll put it right about there. And then we need a truck unload stop over here by the station. So right about there. Now, obviously, we have to connect this all up. Obviously, we have to figure out where exactly fuel is going over in Stow in the Wold. And having a look at it, it's this end of town. Now, this delivery spot might be okay for it. Might be. We might want to move it this way, though. So I'll tell you what, we'll actually do that is what we'll do. And then we'll come in here. We'll set up a new line. It's going to go from there. It's going to go to there. And that, plain and simply, is going to be road cargo. It's going to be stow, S-T-O-W, fuel delivery. And then the stow lines are what exactly? They are that sort of weird greenish color. So we have that going, and that's all right. Again, we're going to need to connect up the train lines and all that stuff, but that's okay. And I think what we can also do is throw a road depot just over here somewhere. In fact, I could probably put it, yeah, right in here. That's not a bad place for it. So we'll just go ahead and say right about there is probably fine for a road depot. Then in terms of all these lines, I guess we can say that this is going to be a Morton Hampstead setup. So from there to there, and that's going to be road cargo, and it's going to be Morton, what is that? Oil production, I guess. And then this one is going to be, I guess, road cargo, MORTON, Morton fuel production. And that's all right. And I think they can all be that color, I suppose, that sort of aqua greenish thing. And then this one is going to be, I guess it is another Morton one. So road cargo, it is Morton fuel to train is what we'll go for. That does actually go against the way we've done the naming for the leak or the stow tools one. But that's fine. I'm not too annoyed about that. So let's have these guys all be that color and that color. And we're going to just have to figure this out. So in terms of vehicles, let's just grab 20 for this one. So for the first line, we'll grab 20 vehicles. So we're going to go for, let's see, we can move crude oil, oil, and fuel. So that's fine. We'll grab 20 of these guys. So 20 and set them to that color. And they're going to go on the Morton oil production line. And then what was it we needed? So we're only going to need potentially 10 for this second line. So they all go there to, what is it? Oil production to fuel production. And then we'll grab another 10. And that's going to be the fuel to train line. So we can look at the frequency of those in just a minute. I'm not really too stressed about it right now. Because what I want to do is I want to go in and I want to bring these tracks over to be in line with the rest of the tracks here. So they're going to go like that. And we're going to bring them straight through to about there. And we're going to bring you straight through to about there. And we can continue them a little bit further. We'll continue you a little bit further as well. And we can just connect over like this. And connect over like this. And that'll be the connection. So the train's going to come in on the left, which means it's going to need to cross over on that side, which means we're going to need a signal that goes, let me see, here. And I guess here as well, to be completely honest. We probably want signals that stop the trains just before they go across the roads. So something like that's fine. In terms of signals here, we'll go one there. And in terms of stopping, it's probably fine. We don't need to go too crazy with signals. So that's going to let us bring fuel from down here all the way up through Thatcham and into Stow in the Wold. And that's all right. Now, what else does Morton Hampstead need? It needs machines. Now, that's actually kind of exciting because I wonder... I wonder if we were to bring some machines down. Can I put machines on the cargo train that we have? That's it right there. So what are you actually able to carry? You can carry machines. Now, that's not a bad thing, but it would severely, and you can also carry goods. It would limit the number of tools that you can carry. And to be fair, we're trying to max this out so you can carry a lot more. So I don't know if that is actually a good idea. I think what we'll do is we'll go into here. We'll grab 2 vehicles, right? We'll set them to be that color, which I think that's the right color. And they're going to go on the stow fuel delivery line. Let me go look at these other vehicles for a second. Did I set them to the wrong color in Morton Hampstead? Let me have a real quick look at you. No, I didn't. Okay. So that's fine. So this guy's now producing. This is all going to be working now, except it's missing a train. So let's get a train. We can afford it. I'm not 100% sure this is going to be too profitable, but we're going to get a train. And I don't know. I think we stick with a 31 mile per hour one. I think it's about as good as it's going to be. And in terms of cargo, it's going to be the tank cars. Although I'm pretty confident we're close to getting more of these, but it's fine. Let's go for, oh God, let's go for 100 capacity. Yeah, it's a long train, but we're going to do it. And I don't know what color this is going to be, to be honest. So it's going to stow in the Wold, so I guess, oh, it's going to be that awful. It's going to be that awful color again, isn't it? All right, well, we kind of have everything, I suppose. So let's set up this line. New line from here. Going to stow on the Wold. And then, oh boy. Now I need you going in on the other side there. So hold on a second. I haven't actually set this up properly. We need a bit of track that's going to go there, I want to say. And now, if I look at that line, we want you on platform 1, I think. Yeah, so that's what we want going on. And that is fine by me. So that is going to be, what was it? How do we do, how do we do train cargo? It was cargo train. So it was CT and it's, I guess, stow fuel delivery. And that's fine. So stow is the first place getting the 2 trains, right? That's kind of a big deal. So now what we do is we'll head up here. We can grab our new train. We can make it that horrible color. And it's going on the fuel delivery line. And it's going to head out. It's going to look like those tanks are going to look awful. It's not a play. I know I can pick the color. I know I can change it, but I think we're just going to stick with it. And that'll be what it is, I suppose. I'm kind of excited about this, though. I am actually kind of excited about this because it could go very, very well or very, very badly. It could go either way. So it's going to be interesting regardless of what ends up happening with this. I'm also going to just, extend this all the way back so that we can stock up a bit more on the old fuel there. And I guess this is probably the point where I should, balance these guys. So sort by line, and it's going to be the Morton ones. So, oh boy, how do we do this again? So oil production is 42. Fuel production is 99. So that's actually pretty good. And then fuel to train is 87. So that needs to be the same as this guy. If it's lower, that means some of these guys are going to be running a little empty. So let me... 42 and 42 is 84. So I guess we can go to the Morton fuel production line. Manage vehicles. Give me like 2 more of them. And that brings us down to 83. No. Get rid of one of them. Get rid of one. We don't want to go too crazy. That gives us 90. Okay. Morton fuel to train. Manage line. No, wrong one. Morton fuel to train manage vehicles. Go ahead and sell one. I don't know that. Oh man, I feel like a lower frequency across the board would be better, to be honest. And I feel like we have the money to do it, right? And eventually the idea is going to be that we have like trucks doing this, but right now we're dealing with, you know, wagons. So yeah, let's just leave it for now. We'll not worry too much about it. Also, the New Haven brick delivery is 5 minutes. Is it supposed to be 5 minutes? We still have some pretty high frequencies there. I mean, the Northwestern. Oh, I forgot to get another train for the Northwestern line. Oh yeah, that was a thing. Okay, well, sure, I guess. Probably do want another one of those. Get that line back, you know, going a little bit. Try and get a bit of money from it. See how that plays out. Then what are you guys up to? So you guys are all coming in. You're grabbing the oil. You're gonna head down this way with it, and everything's gonna be good. Okay. So we're gonna be losing money for a bit. And that's... I was gonna say that's okay, but it's not. It kind of sucks. But I think we're just gonna have to deal with the fact that we're gonna be losing money for a little bit. I'm also kind of wondering if... oh my god, hold on a minute. So this is picked up. That's nice. So the extra... The extra steel is definitely working here. But I'm thinking that we might want to, you know, do something about this. So manage vehicles. Give me like 5 more on the Crediton line. So we're going up to 20 there. And on the leak one, give me like, I don't know, 9 more. So we'll go up to 20 on that one. That was 21. Whoops. Sell one because I want 20 exactly. I like the number. And then for tools to train, I'm hoping that we can, you know, keep the train nice and full. In fact, looking at it, the train's just now leaving. Is it full? It is. So that's not bad. That's going to be a comfortable million right there. So we'll be all right. Would be nice if it was a little bit more full, but yeah, looking at this, I think we've had a pretty good balance. I'm not adding more vehicles to this. We have like 200 vehicles going back and forth through this one station, so we're not really going to do too much with that. I think it is just going to be a bit of a waiting game to see how this plays out. But I mean, looking at it, we actually do have some oil, which is great. And I get the feeling we're probably going to want to expand these back just a little bit. And looking at it as well, we have this guy. Oh, wait, no, you're leaving. Do we have anybody coming in to pick up the oil? How's this going? So production is just starting. That's fair enough, I suppose. We need to level this thing up. We absolutely need to level up the refinery. And then this guy has a bunch of levels. So I think this guy is probably gonna need oil coming in from like other locations as well. Now we do have a regular oil well down here, but we don't have anywhere to process it down there. So we might, I don't know. I guess we'll see how this goes. We do have a ridiculous amount of oil waiting here though, which, I mean, we could, we could set up a train line to do this. Thinking about it, sort of like a train that starts here, stops here, stops here, and then just goes. Would that be over the top? Would that be too much? I feel like that would be too much. I do. I feel, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it could make a lot of money doing that though. It's going to run empty the whole way back, but I feel like that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money on investments. Like it's a lot of money on building the stations in the first place, but we have 350 barrels of oil waiting here. That's 3.5 trains worth. That's 3.5 trains worth. Oh man. Although I guess that's what, 175 barrels of fuel. So that's a train and 3/4. Yeah, it is a bit of a balancing act, isn't it? Definitely a bit of a... Actually, yeah, that would be a problem because we would fill a train here, but then the train would only run at half capacity from, yeah, see, that's how it gets you. That's how it gets you. That's how, that's how the game tricks you. Almost had me. Almost had me. All right, we'll not worry too much about it. We do have fuel getting produced, which is lovely. I do almost want to add more vehicles to that line. I'm not going to bother right now. I think it'd be ridiculous. I really do. So we're not. I'm trying to convince myself here that I'm not going to do it. We're not doing it. We're just not. Although, what do I need to make plastic? Because that's the thing we need, isn't it? We need plastic. Is it? Where the hell is it? It's over here. So it's refined oil, right? It is oil, not crude oil. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, here's some. I'm just realizing something. If I was to take some oil from here, if we were to increase this production like a lot, actually no, it would just be easier to use over here, wouldn't it? So like have, I guess. Wait, no, it'd be easier to just use plants. I forgot. I'm really struggling. I am having a moment. Okay, bear with me. Yeah, let's just use crops, right? So we'll just bring some crops down. We'll make some plastic, and then we'll turn that plastic into goods. Is this where I want my goods production to be though? Because that's another thing, right? If this down here by Morton Hampstead is the fuel production, we need to pick somewhere as the goods production, right? Or do we need to pick somewhere as the plastic production first? Is that maybe the better option? I don't know why I'm laughing at this. It's me that has to figure it out. I feel like that'd be the way to do it, though. I really do. We have a farm up here, but it can also turn into alcohol, which is great, to be fair. But I feel like a farm to plastic is going to be... It's 2 to 1, though. But I guess it's always going to be 2 to 1, isn't it? Because it's always going to be 2 barrels of crude oil to 1 barrel of oil. And then 1 oil. Is 1 oil, 1 plastic? Yeah, so it's 1. So it's still 2 to 1 at the very beginning. So it doesn't really change much. You still need 2 of the source thing. It's just without the extra step. So... yeah, I think that's what we'll do. I think we'll use the plants to make plastic. There's nowhere up here I can make goods by the looks of it, so we're not going to worry about that. We can make goods here, and we can make plastic here. So that's what I'm thinking, right? So plastic to goods by Great Yarmouth. That's fine. Where do we get the steel from? Here. Yeah, right. Okay, so plastic here, steel here, goods here. That's perfect. Now, some of these places want food. Some of them want construction materials. Some of them want machines. That's all right. So that is absolutely going to be the goods production. I am noticing we can make steel over here, and we can get slag from it. Is there anywhere I can turn that slag into construction materials? Because if there is, that's also something these areas want, but it doesn't really look like it, so we're not going to worry. Okay, so yeah, that's going to be our plan. We're going to bring, I guess, crops from up here by Wolverhampton down through Daventry, down to here, turn it into plastic, take that over, goods. We're going to take iron from here, coal from here, through Royston, turn it into steel, up here, turn it into goods. And then goods need delivered to Daventry. Daventry also needs fuel. Bletchley needs fuel. Actually, a few places over here need fuel, so that, if we can pick things up, that'll be fine. Right. Okay, that's a lot of information right there. Do I want to do a train for this? I actually, you know what? We could, because we were going to start the train in Rochester and run it the whole way down here. So we can go Rochester to Dawlish to, I guess it's going to go past here. So we can put a cargo train here. It'll go through Daventry. The cargo train kind of comes down. It can stop in Honiton, I guess. So it's going to be a very short run for crops, but I think that'll be okay. Oh, man. That seems like a lot right off the bat, though. It seems like a pretty major investment, but I think it's I think it's what we're going to have to do. So let me go in here and let me get myself some... It is going to be passenger, isn't it? And it's going to need 6 platforms because we are going to do the usual... We are eventually going to do my idea of having sort of the crisscrossing thing going on. So we'll put this guy here, right on the edge of town. And that's all right. And then what we need to do is configure this guy because it needs a cargo building. Now, I do realize we're not going to do anything with the cargo platforms up here in Rochester at the minute, and this is just sort of the backbone of, like, we're going to build off of this, right? So I'm going to start this as probably a passenger line, to be honest. Although, looking at it, I guess if I was to come down here and make steel over here in Bournemouth, which is a bit further away than I'd like, we could bring the slag over to, say, Honiton, put it on the train, bring it up to Dawlish, and turn it into construction material, then take that up to Rochester. Might not be a bad idea. Might not be a bad idea, but I don't know. I feel like I'm burning through money right now, to be honest. I'm not liking the feeling that I'm burning through money. So, as good as it's going to be to have that station up there, I don't think we're at the point where we need it. I know I've just built it. I know that's a little annoying and a bit stupid that I've just built it and I'm not going to use it. But I want to do something just a little bit simpler just for now. So we're just going to use roads just for the time being. I just think it's going to be a little more sensible just to see if this kind of works, to be completely honest, because I want to make sure that I'm not investing in, you know, more trains than I can actually afford, right? Because that's one thing. It's, you know, obviously I can afford the train at the moment, but can I afford it long term? That's kind of the question. So that's kind of the question that we need to figure out, because we have just added, you know, we've got, you know, a new cargo thing going on with the fuel. So it's kind of a case of, is that going to pay off? Is that going to start costing me a bunch of money? I don't want to go too crazy, right? We've got our first little taste of money. We don't want to just lose all of it pretty much immediately. Now, obviously, I have loans that I can take. In fact, I could go ahead and even pay off the loans that I've taken. I have enough to do that as well. I just don't want to yet. Just not yet. Now, let's figure this out. So plastic needs to go to there. Steel needs to go to there. So we're going to need more roads. And I am actually going to go with these medium country roads, even though I don't think anything I have right now can actually hit top speed on them, which is 37 miles per hour. But that's okay, because I think I will probably thank myself for this later on, so I don't have to go back and upgrade all of them myself. And then over here, I'm just going to be lazy and do that. Actually, I really don't think so. Although that would be cool. Just this random bridge in the middle of the countryside. I somehow don't think so. Just seems needlessly expensive. So we'll go there. We'll go like this. Actually, we'll just sort of continue it in a straight line. And then if I do that, considerably cheaper. Gonna be considerably cheaper. Yeah, 226. So there we go. So that works out. That'll be plastic to goods. That'll be steel to goods. That'll be iron to steel. That'll be coal to steel. And that'll be crops or grain to plastic. So that is about everything we need. Now I just need to put the stations in here, get the lines set up, and sincerely hope that this actually works. And I suppose put a, I guess Great Yarmouth can be the one to have the road depot. So that'll be fine. Looking down here though, how are we doing? Oh, we have a good little bit of fuel right there. Okay. No complaints from me. I don't know where the train is. I actually have, where the hell is the train? Where, hold on a minute. Where is the train for that line? Hello? Where are you? You're here. You're full. Oh. Now this I'm interested in. How much money are you about to make with a full load of fuel going to Stow in the Wold? Have you made money yet? No. Well, maybe, probably. But that's not bad. That is not bad. That is, I would imagine going to be pretty profitable. And this is where I'm thinking, again, we have another option to like turn slag into construction materials here. It's so, I need to capitalize on these places where I can turn one like slag into 2 things of construction material. It just seems like it would make sense. I really do need to start using more of those. But this is kind of more important right now. Figuring out just how much money I'm about to make off of this guy. Also kind of cool seeing it go across the bridge. Also, wrong platform. Interesting. How much are we talking? 3 million. Ha! Wait a minute. Have I done this wrong? No, you just go straight out. No, that's fine. Wrong platform. Yeah, it's whatever. 3 million's not bad though. And looking here, I guess some of these guys are gonna need to. We're probably gonna need a few more of these guys moving the fuel into town. And then 1.8 million right there. Yeah, Stow in the Wold's not doing bad for itself, is it? Not doing bad at all. Okay, that makes me pretty happy. All right. That actually makes me pretty confident as well about my my idea up here. So let's get some stations. Let's do some things. Let's figure out what we're doing here. So buildings, we need a truck station. We need 1 platform. And it can go, doesn't need to be perfectly aligned with the road really. So it can kind of go there, I guess. And then we need 1 for you. And I'd like it to be about as far away from that as I can get as well. So can I go up here? I can. Can I go to here? I can go about there. So that'll do. Let's try and get you nicely. I said I wasn't going to line up with the road. I am. About there is fine. So that works. And then we're going to have 2 drop-offs and 1 pickup in here. So we'll do 2 on the right, 1 on the left. And that, well, we'll do 2 on the left, 1 on the right, since it's going to be on this side. Also just lowered it into the ground a little bit there, which is not what I wanted to do. But that's probably fine. We'll sort of put it there. And I guess about there is probably fine. So 2 drop-offs, 1 pickup. And then the pickup goes to here, which is also going to have 2 drop-offs and 1 pickup. So we'll rotate you around. And we'll go for about that spot. And that's all right. So we have coal from here, iron from here, going to here. We have steel going from here to there. And then on this one, we have a single pickup. So we're going to need a platform. We'll just do, can I do here? How far away can I be? So I can go about there and that'll do. So you are you covering it? You are. All right. So that's going to be grain. Grain has to come all the way down here, which is going to be a single drop off and a single pickup. So we'll just do a standard kind of 1-to-1 thing right at the end of the road, since I'm not really too concerned about, well, I say I'm not too concerned about traffic on this. I might have to be. We might need a lot, but we'll figure that out. So right about there should be fine. And then we just need to set up the lines. And I guess the goods to start with are going to go to Daventry and I guess Bletchley? And I guess Wincanton wants them as well. So there's a lot of places want goods around here. Interesting. Honiton wants construction materials. We already knew that. We'll do Daventry to start with. So that'll be the destination, right? So let's go ahead and just throw a truck unload stop right about there. And let's just get these lines set up. It's going to be a bit of chaos, but that's okay. So new line. And, oh man, I guess it's yeah, it's not really Royston. I guess we usually name them after the destination, but this one's going to have several. So we'll name it after where it is, I suppose. So I guess this is road cargo and it's Royston coal to steel production. And that's one. And I guess it's going to be that sort of, I guess, lilac-y kind of color. Then this one will be going to there as well. And that'll be road cargo. So road cargo and Royston iron to steel production. And that's all right. We can change the colors and all that stuff in a little bit. This guy is technically in Honiton, but I'm not too worried about that. This is going to be road cargo, and it's going to be Royston steel to goods production. And that's all right. This is not near Royston, but it is for the plastic production near-ish to Royston, so I'm not too worried about it. I just want to, because I don't think we're going to, I don't know what we're going to do with Royston, to be honest, but whatever. Road cargo, that is going to be Royston grain to plastic production. And then another line that goes from here going to there. And it's going to be Royston again. So Royston, plastic to goods production. And then we deliver it. And that'll be, this will be a different one. So this will be Daventry goods delivery, essentially. So cargo, Daventry goods delivery. Perfect. So Daventry can be that stronger purple, which I think we're already using. Yeah, we're using it for Northwestern line, but whatever. Actually, no, we're using a different purple for Northwestern line. That's fine. Okay. Right, so Royston will be that color across the board. And I'm hopeful that this will work out. I'm definitely hopeful. I don't know, why didn't I go with Honiton? Why didn't I go with Honiton? I guess these guys are close. Well, no, they're not close. We're going to rename it. We're going to rename them. I don't know why I went with Royston. It's Honiton. And then it's Daventry has the vehicles. So, wait, no, Daventry doesn't have the vehicles. Never mind, I'm an idiot. It's Daventry has the drop-off point. Did I not build a thing? Did I not build a depot? I could swear I did. Am I imagining that I did? I guess I'm imagining that I did. Okay, well, that's good. That's a good sign. Old age and whatnot. Okay. Let's build it in Honiton, since that's the place that has its name and everything now. So, road depot. It can be rotated and live, I guess, relatively close to the road about there. We'll move it back a little bit, though, just to give it some distance. So right about there. And I think what we'll do is we'll go in and we're just going to grab what we can grab. So this guy can move grain, and it's going to be moving exclusively grain. And it's the furthest away, so I'm going to start with 30 of these guys, which might be a bit excessive, but it's what we're going to do. And you're going to go on the Honiton grain to plastic line. And that'll be all right. And then, what's the next one? So iron and coal. So let's do 10 of you for the iron one. And that'll be Honiton iron to steel. Let's do 20 of you for the coal one, since it's further away. And that'll be Honiton coal. Okay. And then probably maybe 10 for the steel and 15 for the plastic. So we'll see how that ends up going. So let's say 10 of you again for the steel line, which is there. And let's grab you guys. About 15. Get you in the right color. And that is going to be plastic to steel. And then for the delivery, let's do 20 of you in that color, I think. And that is the Daventry line. And I think that's everything. I want to say that's everything. Yeah, you guys are producing, which is good. You're producing, which is good. And the vehicles are heading out, which is also good. I'm also going to get rid of that road because it's going to speed this whole thing up. Going to let them get out of there a little bit quicker. Which is actually doing that. It's going to get them even quicker. So we'll just kind of let them go about their business and do their thing. And oh man, frequencies on this are going to be a pain. They really are. Let's sort by names for a second here so I can take a look at what we're doing. So if I pin you, and we'll move this sort of in a little bit. So coal and iron need to be about the same. Iron is currently 65. Coal is 95. So keep this pinned and give me more vehicles. So 65 needs to be roundabouts. So 95 becomes 76 and 76 becomes 63. I will accept that. That's close enough. So that'll do the job. So that's going to be steel getting made every 65-ish seconds, which is fine by me. Where am I? I'm struggling to figure out where I am on the map here. Where the hell? So here we are. Right. So let me just double check. That is 1-to-1, right? No, it's... yeah, that's going to be rough, actually, but okay. Steel needs to be double. So steel right now is 81 seconds. So let's... you know what? Let's bring the coal... What do we got? 30 vehicles? I can't believe I'm about to do this. Double that. It's fine. So double. It's going to be ridiculous. 32. All right. And then iron. Go ahead and double that as well. So that's going to come down. Iron is now 33. All right. So that'll work out. Then steel to goods production is 81. That's fine. We will see a backup of steel. Plastic to goods is 77, and it's 1-to-1 on that. So we actually want this to be about 77 as well. So if we go and just add another vehicle to that, it's 74. I'll take it. The 74 is fine. And then what do we need? So grain to plastic right now is going to be 89. And I think that's okay. So is it 1-to-1? No, it's not. Oh boy. Okay, plastic to goods production is currently 77. Grain to plastic needs to be considerably lower. So W. And grain to plastic then becomes, I'm guessing, 45. That's still not good enough though. So give me another 5 of those, I guess. And it comes down to 41. Give me another 5 of those. Comes down to 38. Is that okay? The 38 and 38 is what? 76? That should be fine, I think. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. A lot of math. A lot of figuring things out. And Daventry goods delivery is 106. That should be fine. We'll figure it out. A lot of vehicles. That is a lot of vehicles heading out. That is going to be kind of nuts. But I am hopeful that this is actually going to work out. I'm hopeful that I've done my math properly. And I'm looking forward to getting this thing set up, to be completely honest as well. Because that's going to be cool. That is definitely going to be cool. It's just... Good Lord, these vehicles. There's going to be so many of them. There's going to be so many of them. It is going to be a little bit nuts. Also here... I'm still thinking we might need to do something about this. Really think we might need to do something about it. Also, let me repay my loans. Let me completely repay my loans. So we have no more loan repayments. We're making money. We also have a really good amount of fuel down here. This production is going super well. I would almost be... I actually think that we might actually need to increase the production a little bit. Or, I guess, well, are we delivering enough fuel to Stone the Wall? How are we doing? Not really. They could use a bit more. So, tell you what. Let me go in here, grab you guys. We'll duplicate. So there's now going to be 4 of those. And you guys as well. We can duplicate. So there's now going to be 4 of you. And we're probably going to want more trains as well, to be completely honest, because we're starting to back up on fuel. This guy is doing pretty well in terms of tools, although, oh my god, could be doing better. Let's just duplicate all of you, get more tools down to those trains. And who else is backing up? You're backing up still. Okay, let me add another 5. Okay, I'm excited about this. I'm actually kind of excited about all of this. I'm kind of keen to see how it goes. Do we have a backup here? Oh my God. Okay, so we might need more vehicles. 48? Ah, good Lord. Okay. Let me add like 12, I guess. So add 12 there. And then for Swanley, it's 8. So we'll just double that. There we go. All right. I've spent a lot of money. I've spent so much money. I don't know how much of any of this is actually going to work. It's a lot of vehicles. They're still coming out of there. Oh my God. I didn't even realize. Oh man. That's going to be rough. I think we need more lanes, right? There's no way we don't need more lanes here. So let me upgrade like that bit. Let me upgrade that bit and sort of all those. And that'll probably help out a little bit. And then I'm thinking, say like here, all of that bit and that bit. And then those bits too. So we have turning lanes. That seems like it would probably be helpful to have some actual turning lanes, especially with how much traffic is going about here. So yeah, I'm excited to see this come together. I just think it's gonna take a minute. I'm also thinking we should probably expand these, and I'm also thinking this episode is running way longer than the rest of them. This was not supposed to happen. This series is not. I know people like the longer episodes. I know that's a thing. I'm trying to bring episode times down a little bit. Cause I know people like them. I do, but if you know, I'm gonna get into YouTube analytics just for a little second here. Most people that watch this channel don't really watch more than like 20 minutes at a time. So even though these episodes have been like 30 to 35 minutes, that's still almost double the average watch time on this channel. So, you know, I know the longer episodes are nice. And personally, you know, I do like a good long episode of a Let's Play myself, okay? From a viewer point of view. But apparently I'm not the average YouTube viewer, which is surprising because I thought long form stuff would work for this kind of game, but apparently not. So that's why they are a little bit shorter than what we usually do on the channel. It's an experiment essentially. We're just, you know, this will be the series that I try out the shorter videos on, and you know, we'll see how it ends up going. Is what we'll do. Anyway, let's leave it there for today. This episode has ran on way longer than I meant it to, and oh my God, there's so many vehicles. Oh no, that's gonna be a huge tailback. That's nuts. That is nuts. Oh man. Okay. Well, that is that's something. That is that is something. I don't know. I hope this works. I really do. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I am going to leave it there for today. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.